yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon Lee's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon Lee's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum. Echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear. The pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone.
Ooh, spotlight shining, and we are in the zone. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, hello, 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 hello. You, and you. Welcome in. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry there, y'all. Welcome into another edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all of you here in the building with me. We are here to talk about Big Girls 1 Escaping Paradise Season 1, Episode 2. If you missed Part 1, watch it after this one, of course. Like I said in my description box, Part 1, I really didn't have a description on because I felt like I just need to go into it fresh. You know what I mean? Usually I would watch the episode and then I would give y'all a description and everything. But I just wanted to see the totality for what it was. But after watching episode 2, it's almost like I'm saying it. It's almost like Stephen rather is saying, hey, listen, I did it. Can we move on? Now, he's not saying can we move on, but in his behavior of he keeps being nice to hopefully just to shut you up. And I didn't like that energy. And the women here, they do feel what they feel. I'm going to show a comment to get this tour started. So with that being said, let's get to it because higher is waiting, low is available. But either way, we got to go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is, hey, everybody, welcome in. Glad to have you all here. I wanted to show this comment because I did receive a comment on part 1 of this. So give me one moment here. Because, I do a vertical and a horizontal string. So I'm trying to see which one it is. Okay, here it is. So let me show y'all this. So this person right here says, I cannot believe that these women willingly went to Paradise, some for years, and then have the nerve to claim sexual assault. They could come and go at will, but blame Stephen for their problems in life. You ate drank, and played, and then regret what you did so you can put the blame on someone else. It's time women took accountability for their own actions. Shame on you. Now, I did like the comment and heard it because anytime somebody gives interaction to your channel, you showcase them love. But here's what I said. I said, Miss, you obviously definitely have an opinion for sure. You have the right to have that opinion too. Also, you have the right to have that opinion too. Also, everything's not a beholder, because I talked about how there were some women that saw the good and some women that were offended. So just recognize pain is not equal, and all pain is not heard equally. Thank you for your comment. One love, much love, all love to you. And I sincerely mean that. Like I said, when I clicked on the hashtag, it seemed like I was the only person to do like live after shows talking about this. So there was a couple of other content creators that talked about. There's one content creator, I was starting to watch the video. She had like a deep dive into everything before the documentary came out. And of course, it's interesting because this collides with Girl World over in the local universe. I watch Ozzy Cobb. Shout out to Ozzy Cobb. I'm telling y'all, my entertainment on YouTube is unlimited. Okay, so I dig into a lot of cultures just to see what's going on, right? Just to be an outsider looking in. And oh my God, I think this quote right here that I said, so just recognize pain is not equal and all pain is not heard equally. Just recognize pain is not equal and all pain is not heard equally. Just recognize pain is not equal and all pain is not heard equally. I want you to keep that in mind because we are about to get into episode 2. And my God, here we go. Whew, okay. So, with that being said, let's get to the top of my notes. So, this is episode 2 of Big Girls Want to Escape in Pearadise. Now, first episode was setting everything up of why, Stephen created Pearadise and the energy of, the ladies. And it was basically setting up who was who, why is this here, and what this is all about. That was basically episode 1. Episode 2, we dig into the minutia of the soul of Pearadise. Let's get into it. So Stefan Williman gets asked the $1 million question: what makes a plus size woman attractive to him, right? And he says, if it tingles, it's right. Now, personally, that wasn't an answer to me. To me, I'm going to tell you why. I love plus size women, BBWs, curvaceous, thick, voluptuous, voluminous, all that stuff. Reason why I love them, their attitudes are beyond amazing, for one. Okay, I don't know of one BBW that doesn't love to laugh, that doesn't like to have fun, that doesn't like to have good conversation. Number 2, they have went through anything and everything to get back to themselves. If you can do the inner work on yourself, you can love anybody, right? Number 3, when they find somebody that they love hard. Do you hear me? We do not have to talk about the love making. They are the greatest of all time doing it. Okay. But also the cuddles are a whole vibe. And have you ever seen a BBW in a dress with a beat face? Child, try one. And when I mean try one, I don't mean actually. You can't go a BBW or us and just pull one down and take her home. Unfortunately, you can't do that. But with that being said, when I mean try one, I mean just be out people watching. And if you see a beautiful BBW, you will know exactly what I'm talking about because you'll be hooked like that. Once you go thick, you never go back. Just like they always say, once you go black, you never go back. Okay. But those are the reasons why I love them. Not to mention, too, the nurturing nature of who they are. Not to mention, they have the most beautiful voices. Okay. Just that's how you say what makes you attracted to a BBW. Not just if it tingles, it's right, but that's neither here nor there. That's Stefan, right? He's the same one who said, "I like them round, I like them chunky." Oh, you don't believe me? Give me a moment. Give me one moment. Here we go.
He loved plus-size women. He's sexually attracted to plus-size women.
I like them round. I like them chunky.
Oh, y'all can't see it. My bad. One more time.
Wilhelmy, a man who immigrated here from Germany because he loved plus-size women. He's sexually attracted to plus-size women.
I like them round. I like them chunky.
Moving on. So that's Stephen, in case you did not know. So with that being said, it was the summer of 1999. Or as Prince would say, 1999. And him and his family came to the United States for a 5-week round trip across the United States. And so he was at Walt Disney World Resort. I'm talking about this Walt Disney World right here.
Here you leave today and enter a world of
Mickey Mouse! A world of princesses.
A world of villains.
And heroes.
Raise your sabers!
A world of other worlds.
A world of all the favorites. A world of throwbacks. A world of
for whatever you love. Infinite worlds await.
So he went to Walt Disney World, right? And as he was at Walt Disney World, he was in the aquarium. Now, as you guys know, there is an aquarium at the Living Seas, right? Used to be that until they added Finding Nemo and Friends, right? And he saw a plus-size woman in the aquarium, and he was attracted. But of course, you know, his family being there and him being shy, he would never. But that was his breakthrough moment, right? And so, you know, the Pearadise women and Stefan were walking through Fremont Street, which is basically downtown Las Vegas. And he asked one of the women to take off the dress. And, you know, she was proud of herself because she would never been able to do that many years ago, right? So anytime you can feel free to be outside, show off your body, very well done, right? Because there is body dysmorphia. There is body image and everything in between, right? And of course, the GLP-1 drug craze that has just been taken over too damn much personally to me. Okay, just keeping it a buck with you. But that's neither here nor there. So, one lady says, I'm not fat. I'm fat, but I'm not ugly, rather. And Steven's whole goal of, Pearadise is to bring out positivity, and the effect that it's had on people is priceless. Kimmy is a stranger, the person, that's been on social media going after Steven and Pearadise. Has never met Steven, never talked to him, never interacted with him, never came to the house, and her goal was to make Pearadise disappear at any cost. And I will say this, when you're on the outside looking in, right, and you see like this dude who is, having this big house, all these women, and it's like, y'all actually want to be there, this, that, and the third, and you got a swimsuit check, and this, that, and the third, and you're slapping on behinds, and you're laying on top of each other, and things can be misconstrued, this, that, and the third, and it just seems like a family affair. In the first episode, we talked about sister wife energy. People can see that as a cult, right? So you can't blame Kimmy too much, right? So you can't blame her too much, right? So you can't blame Kimmy too much, right? So, with that being said, Stefan says, I want to tell my story, and the producer asks, are you a dangerous man? So then we get into a woman named Cynthia Ford, and she was doing everything for Stefan, and she was wondering, why am I still protecting this man? And she was at Pearadise from 2021 to 2024, and she has lived in fear of this man for far too long. Now, Cyprian Ford was 21, 22. Stephen was in his mid-40s, and they were FWB, friends with benefits. And Stefan was really funny and was a nerd. And so then June 17th, 2020 rather, right? Cyprian Ford was working 6 days a week, right? 6 days a week. Now, obviously, we don't know what the job was, but to work 6 days a week for anybody is mentally tiring. Even if you love your dream career, you got to be tired sometimes, right? So she was in the hot tub, and Cyprian did not want any sex at all. And Stefan said, you say no? Saying no? You never say no. And so, she gave in, but she looked disgusted. She was disgusted, rather. She didn't want to look at him. She didn't want to talk to him. And after Cyprian talked to her boss said to Cyprian Ford that she was saved, right? And when a woman says no, she says no. Just like when a man says no, he means no. There was a woman named Nina Lynn, and I think Eric Spencer or something like that, and they essayed the guy. Now, Eric Spencer has atoned for her actions. She's been moving forward. It's not third. I was sure. Nina Lynn, fuck her. Because she made fun of this dude in different streams. She steals things. She doesn't respect anybody else. She doesn't respect anybody else and only cares about herself. So, and then she said, the reason why I don't love, because I will go to jail. It's like, yeah, that's the reason why you are single, along with many other things with Nina Lynn, right? So you have all that going on, right? And what ended up happening with Cyprian Ford and Stefan Wilhelming was Stefan had cameras around the house, right? And so he showed all the girls what happened so he could prove that he did nothing wrong, right? And so Ivy says that the cameras are dangerous, and the cameras are in the living room, office, the pool, and they're audio enabled, so you not only can you see, but you can hear everything, right? And so, this camera footage can be toxic and manipulative, right? And my God, from Heather's point of view, with Cece in Stefan's eyes, he had showed the proof. So Stefan says that there are cameras in the public areas and outside, but there's no cameras in the bedrooms and the bathrooms. And there is a camera on the fireplace in Stefan's room because he creates violent content. Now that could be for Adult Hub. Y'all know what it is, or any other adult site, mini fans, mini vids, OnlyFans, those type of sites, right? So, and the cyber energy, the virtual side of Pearadise, it goes very, very, very deep. Okay. So what Stefan says about CC, he says what happened. CC and Stefan talked it out, and Stefan said he felt bad. Who wants to be accused of rape, right? So then after Stefan had, made it do what it do with CC, CC was 1 month to a month and a half pregnant. She had twins. And so Cyprian 4 was at the house every weekend, right? Heather and Cass was helping with the kids. There was no arguing, but, Cyprian knew the truth. And so Stefan feels that these women are property, right? And that he's entitled to their bodies. So Savvy Centrist and her friend Allie in April 2021 go to Pearadise in Las Vegas, Nevada, and Pearadise, Nevada. And when Savvy got there, Stefan was playing with stomachs, slapping butts, and Savvy was supposed to stay she wanted to stay for 2 weeks rather, but she left 4 days early. So Savvy contacted Kimmy, and then after that, Savvy has to talk, and she made videos. Savvy had no idea that was going to blow up in her face. Right now, whenever you put out your story, you have to have your ducks in a row, because otherwise, he'll have no fury like somebody's reputation scorned, right? So, my God. So Heather and the girls, they are amplifying their stories, and Kimmy was the megaphone. Heather got a call from Stefan. Ivy, Heather, and the troops rallied around Stefan, and Heather at the time felt that she did nothing wrong because she felt that she needed to protect Stefan at all costs. Kimmy said that plus-size girls are raised to be small, and lots of times she didn't get to speak out. So as an adult, she needed to speak out, right? So Tim's story had a great, I met Tim's story one time while I was at Kent State. And Tim's story, very known in the world of motivation speaking. And he has a speech that he does from time to time, talking about how life takes the shout out of you when you're a kid and you go, ah! And like, shh, ah! Shh, ah! Shh, ah! Shh. You see how life takes the shout out of you? So that was his speech, right? And I feel like this is where Kimmy was coming from. When people told you to be quiet, that was telling you that your voice did not matter. So when you finally got to be an adult, you weren't putting any guardrails on yourself, or you weren't allowing, rather, any guardrails on yourself. So with that being said, Kimmy knew it was going to be war. And for Heather, it was the most chaotic 6 months ever. So Heather reached out to Kimmy to see if there could be a resolve. There was no resolve. Now we meet a woman named Kiana. She's known as K-Bug. Now, she said that Kimmy put out 300 videos, 3 to 4 videos a day, right? And Kiana Allen, it says, 2020 to present. And Kiana Allen lived in Pearadise for 9 months. She was right there with Allie and Sally when all this went down. So the ladies were very affectionate, touchy-feely, and Savvy said it was SA. Cass and Kiana had been SA'd and raped. And Kiana believed that Allie and Savvy had not been SA'd based on what SA actually is. And I will just say this, right? I think from what I saw in the first episode, right? It did seem like it was a community where everybody seemed to be family and getting along, this, that, and the third. And of course, everything's in the eye of the beholder. But to me, if you participated in that, you know what I mean, then it does seem like, I'm just saying this from the outside looking in, I'm being completely open, candid, and transparent with y'all. It seemed like, and they even show pictures of these ladies like on a bed together, right? So you don't get in a bed with somebody that you're not comfortable with, right? So I do see where Kiana is coming from. Emily said that Emily was there for a couple of weeks when, Piggy started posting videos. Cass cried because friends were texting her that if she was with Stefan, that they could not be friends anymore. And it took a toll on Cass. Kimmy was hard on Cass to me. And the reason why I said that was because Kimmy said, well, Cass doesn't, really care about the plus size women. All she cares is about herself and, this, that, and the third, and her fame. It's just like, hang on a second, because what we learn at the end, I'm sorry, you can have your opinion, but Cass is still a human being, right? And I do believe that in this documentary series, you do see both sides. You see people who love Pearadise. There was even a woman that said, Stephen can't get rid of me, right? So you can't negate other perspectives to just make your argument more valid, right? And I think for me, it was the fact of before Kimmy was saying what she said about Cass, when it was said that Cass cried because her friends texted her if she was with Stefan, they could not be friends. If Cass felt comfortable, right, then how would you feel if somebody said, oh, all she cares about is just herself? We don't know what communities Cass were a part of. We don't know if Cass, helped people behind the scenes. We don't know. We only know what we know. So I did feel Kimmy was a bit too hard on Cass to me. Just a little bit. Because the thing is that Kimmy actually supports Stephen in the beginning of all this, right? And my thing is this: if you are going to be an advocate in your own community, wouldn't it have made sense to talk to Cass? Right? I'm just asking a question. Now, Heather reached out to Kimmy, but Kimmy didn't want to talk. How can you be fair and balanced in this story if you're only telling one side? Now, that's not to negate what has happened, but still, like, you can't say somebody only cares about their career, this, that, and the third, when somebody could also say, why are you being a plus size activist? Nobody cares, right? So you get more flies with honey than with vinegar, right? But don't hate Kimmy at all. I just want to bring that part out to you because I felt the weight of that, right? So let's keep going. Don't hate Kimmy. Don't hate any of these people. I'm just bringing you the story as I watched it, okay? Man, so it was a relentless, never-ending shitstorm, and Kimmy compared Stephen to Epstein or Mustache Man. Y'all know who Mustache Man is. I'm not going to say his name because he does not deserve the time, day, or any energy at all, but y'all know who Mustache Man is. And Stephen has never been able to present the evidence, right, that he is innocent. So the excessive flirting, naked pictures, equal consent. No. Because even in the flirting, it can stop. Even in the sexting, it can stop, right? Even as y'all get ready to do it, she could say no. Same thing goes for a man, right? So you have to recognize how layered this is as a story. That one side can say, well, I mean, you are there. That means you are consenting to whatever happens in the house. But it's almost like this, right? Just because I'm at Disney World or at Universal Land Resort doesn't mean that I'm going to do every single thing, right? Doesn't mean that just because I'm there doesn't mean, hey, Bray, you gonna go with me on this ride? No, I don't have to. If I want to be lazy at Volcano Bay all day, I'm going to be lazy at Volcano Bay. If I want to go to AMC theaters and get me, let me bring up something. Give me a moment. Because I do know this at Disney Springs, you can actually like bring things in to AMC theaters. So give me a moment. Okay, right here. So let's say if I'm at Disney World with friends, right? I don't want to ride any rides or nothing. And I want to go over to Disney Springs, to AMC theaters. And I want to take in to the theater. I want to take in a catfish sandwich, right? And I want to take in I'm not going to lie. The barbecue salmon sounds good. Let's just say I want to take in the barbecue salmon and the catfish sandwich into AMC theaters and just have a movie day. I have the right to do that, and you don't run me. Okay? So listen. I'm sorry, y'all couldn't see it. Once again, I don't know why I'm doing that today. But anyway, let's just say I want to take in a catfish sandwich. And I want to take in the barbecue salmon, right? If I want to order those two things and go to AMC theaters and have a good time, that's my right. Okay? Right? You don't run me and I don't run you. So that's where that's at, right? As we continue on, Stefan said that he did touch her, did touch Savvy, but he didn't see it as a problem. And people were on top of each other slapping. But Savvy slapped Cass in the behind. So Cass asked a good question. She said, well, is that harassment if I get slapped in the kitchen, right? And so then there is a FaceTime call with Allie and Savvy. And Steven talks over everything, and then he says, we're good. And Savvy says, on the FaceTime call, I feel better. Now, I'm going to be real with you. This is poking a hole in Savvy's argument. I'm just saying this on the outside looking in. Because you don't get the right to switch up because you want to have regrets, right? Somebody can be having an innocent conversation, then they escalate to harassment, right? That's not cool at all, especially based on word choice and sentence structure. Let's just say somebody said, hey, you know what? I gotta tell you something. That burgundy dress on you is great. I love that two-piece, and I love the carnival colors. Oh my God, that's harassment. That's not harassment. It's not harassment. And when Savvy said what she said, right, about I know I feel better, then what do you do after that, right? So Stefan said he didn't know what he apologized for, but, you know, Piggy just kept fueling the fire, right? And I think he meant there's a woman named Piggy that we're going to, well, not Piggy, but she has a nickname relating to that, but I think he meant Kimmy, right? So then commenters posted Steven's full address on the internet, so that's basically doxing, threats, and harassment. And he was sitting in Heather's lap. Stefan was sitting in Heather's lap and said, "If I have done anything to you, I am sorry," started sobbing. And Heather was like, "How can I not protect that?" Emily Kasich, the Fold journalist who's based in New Orleans, Louisiana, that's on related to the Good Times Roll Baby, she said that she overstayed her welcome in her head and was a sad tension in the house. So as she was on the drive home, she felt solemn and strange, right? And she felt that even when she got home, a part of her was still there because she would see the Pearadise live streams still up. Stefan didn't have any idea what to do, so friends suggested, go the legal route, right? So then we're at summer of 2021, July 5th. Savvy was served. She was a broke college student at the time. And the lawyer said, "I can file an anti-SLAPP lawsuit." Two things. You have to believe what you said to be true, and you have to believe that you are protecting the public. And a producer asked, "Would you take it all back?" Right? And Savvy said, "No, I would not take it all back." Women are coming out in Kimmy's comments about everything. Kimmy believes that this is a cult. Ivy was battling against Kimmy, right? And y'all, what I'm about to say next is very triggering. So if you need to mute me, do it. But believe me, you need to know about this. This was an episode. I had no idea. I was completely gutted when I heard this, right? So Stephen looks at vaginas as kitty treat, right? And so Ivy got something stuck in her, and she was feeling like it was astroglide, which is right, or something to that degree. But Ivy got itchy, and so Heather said that it was a kitty treat is basically a tampon applicator with spermicide inside it. Steven, what the fuck, bro? We all know that there are date rape drugs out there, right? But to do that, man, they were already in your house, bro. And for those of you who don't know, Ivy was a local in Las Vegas. Don't know if she still lives in Las Vegas, but she would go by the house and actually like hang out with the ladies in the house, right? And I think this is where I began. I mean, I was already upset, right? But this is where my incension started, right? So Heather had no idea that was being used on people, and that people had no idea what it was. Ivy, rightfully so, said it was gross and that she deserved so much more than that. And Stephen said he educated everyone on these things. He would just not stick something in. Just stick something in, rather. Here's the thing. Just because you educate them, if they don't want it in them, they don't have to have it in them, bro. And I just want to say this, too, since we're talking about allegations and shit. Whatever you say, you better be able to back it up, regardless if it's true or not. To say on someone's YouTube live stream, which would get them tied up into your bullshit, to say that somebody's got HS1 or HS2, you're a fucked up piece of shit. You fucking Mitch. But God forbid if somebody said that you had HS1 or HS2 or HIV or STD, Anthony Lofties, it would be a problem, right? You fucking piece of shit bastard. You're only covering Melody because you ain't got no other content, bro. You said that you were done being a content creator. You said you were going to do a rebrand. You made a whole song called Leave Me Alone, but you're going to put out a rumor that somebody has HS1 or HS2? Do you not know what happened to Tasha K and Cardi B, you dumb piece of shit bastard? Okay. All right. So it's cool when you do it, but it ain't cool for nobody else to do it. Okay. And I wanted to bring that up because I just talked about Ivy having a tampon applicator with spermicide in it. No man should be abused. No woman should be abused. No child should be abused. No baby should be abused. Nobody should have any rumors on them that ain't true. Because if I remember correctly, Anthony, you had a rumor that you might have had something. Your damn self. You don't want to talk about that shit, do you, motherfucking piece of shit? Moving on. I had to get that, y'all. I'm just not here for that energy. So, with that being said, Kimmy said that Ivy was against her. Ivy was against Kimmy, but now Ivy's on Kimmy's side, right? And Kimmy said that Stephen, right, or Stefan, used the women as a shield, and one of the things she had to do was defend him and Pearadise, right? And so there were 3 different ways that these women got abused. There was mental abuse, there was non-consent, and there was, the pressure of having sex after being drunk, right? So Stephen is a predator. Allegedly. So October 2021, 3 months after the lawsuits, we meet this woman named Alex, nicknamed Porkchop, Alexandria Gilland. She's 32 years old, and she was in the Pearadise community, the Pearadise house, for 8 weeks. And she was desperate for a good friend. She suffers with depression and crippling ADHD. And I do want to say that to anybody who's going through crippling ADHD, depression, you're not alone. Don't feel ashamed for that. You're actually braver than most. Because some of them will post in tight leather pants and shirts that are way too small and think they're actually handsome when they're ugly as fuck, like Anthony Lofty's. See, the more you got to put lipstick on yourself, just because you put lipstick on a pig doesn't mean you're not still a pig that needs to be slaughtered socially. Oh, you gotta be quicker than that. Anybody who has to make fun of a woman, man, child, baby, person with a disability, going through a struggle, like I said, Thirsty Toxicity and her supporters would probably be happy that Carmelo Anthony would have died. And I stand on that shit. And they ain't gonna do shit about it. And that it ain't gonna do nothing about it either. If she would post somebody's husband and child, I'm sure she would celebrate a child being dead. I'm sorry, it would celebrate a child being dead. That's just like some drag version of Dougie Fresh Dusty Eastel saying that Nick at Night shouldn't cry. So sorry that no one gives a fuck about you to cry over you. And so sorry that you don't have anything important in life to cry over, but the rest of us actually give a fuck about other people. And shout out to everybody who told Dusty Eastel to shut the fuck up in so many words today. Shout out to y'all. Y'all the real MVPs. Y'all winning at levels. Maybe she need to go sit down. Oh, sorry, we're still waiting for the DNA results to see if she's a woman. The words of Alice the Butler from The Nanny. Moving on, child. So, like I said, if you got depression, crippling ADHD, or any disability, you're not alone. You are somebody, and life is going to get better. Because let me tell you something. If people can be out here hateful, spiteful, and whatever, I promise you, behind every person that's like that, there's a person of love, consideration, and understanding waiting just for you. mean that. Much love to you. So, this coming to the safe space online energy, that's what Alexandria Gillen felt. And when she got to the Pearadise house, it felt like she was walking through the screen. And Alexandria Gillen hugged Stefan Willoughby, and it got touchy-feely, and it got uncomfortable. So this was the third night, right? She was drunk. And there was a woman, don't know who the woman is. Alexandria Gillen does not say who the woman is, but the woman and Stefan take off her clothes. Now, if you don't know code in the Pearadise house, the hot tub is for sex. So after the woman and Stefan pulled off her clothes, the other woman got out the pool and left her there, right? So Alexandria Gillen did not know how to feel the next day, but she didn't feel assaulted. But she did get into a full-blown panic attack, sobbing. So Stefan grabbed Alexandria's hand and pulled it close to him and went back into the same spot that the trauma was caused in. Alexandria felt paralyzed. She felt attacked. She felt defeated when she got home, and she never wanted to see him again. And when the ladies started telling their stories, right, this was an opportunity to come out to prove that this was true. And Kimmy was enraged when she heard Alexandria's story. It made her sick to her stomach. And so the biggest part of Alexandria's, witnessing was when she was crying, Stefan said, "You know what would be better, Porky? If we fucked in the hot tub." Now, Alexandria's name is Pork Chop. That goes to psychological. You're overweight, you feel like a piece of meat, it's not a third. But maybe, of course, Miss Piggy is known in many BBW memes and gifs, right? If you know, you know, okay? But still, when a woman is crying, you don't call her a demeaning name, and you don't say fucking is a solution. And this is not simping. This is not getting brownie points. This is not trying to lay myself out there because I'm available. No, I'm a human being that believes in right is right and wrong is wrong. I believe you just can't say anything and not get any smoke back. You know what was really funny yesterday? I said everything I said about Carmelo Anthony, and nobody had anything to say about what I said. Ain't that something? Because like I said, if what I'm saying ain't true, then respond. But since you didn't respond, it must be true about your bitch ass or your Mitch ass to some damn degree, a fifth quarter or a half of it. And did I mention Anthony Lofty, who said allegedly that Melody had a HS1 or was carrying around HS2? He was the same motherfucker that texted me, "Oh, I'm scared. Oh, I'm nervous. I got anxiety." But yet you want to put out a woman's got an STD as a rumor on somebody else's YouTube channel? Now, if Melody wanted to go strike that video, and I'm not saying she should, because that content creator should not get any consequences because of your Mitch ass being a hateful piece of waste of life that should have been swallowed by your fucking mother. Like I said, you can't cause destruction and then ask for construction. You can't ask for construction when you cause destruction. You can't ask for construction when you've caused destruction. I can't hear nobody. This is the same motherfucker who said, "Thank God you can't have any children," to a content creator. Now, see, Anthony and Lofty's have been rolled up on by some real men that will make sure he won't have a mouth, a throat, or a voice to be able to roll up on his YouTube channel and speak. Everybody meets their opponent in life. But some people never meet their opponent. You know why? Because they don't create the circumstances for that meeting to happen. Moving on. So after that, right? After Stefan said, you know, it'd be better Porky if we fucked in the hot tub. Stefan says multiple times that she was not drunk, gave explicit consent. And Stefan brings up a text chain with a friend of his. And that friend said to Stefan that she was laughing and giggling the next morning to Stefan. But we go to Alexandria. She says that she wanted to feel normal, right? And if you go into that environment, you're going to get hurt. There are people in the world that, you know, if they don't know what to do, they'll have a nervous laugh, they'll have a tickle, they'll have something, right? And I will say this, right? Emotions are in the eye of the beholder. 80% of communication is nonverbal, right? So you have to recognize that, like I said before, right here. Let me show you all this right here, because I said this at the top of the show. Just recognize pain is not equal and all pain is not hurt equally. Just recognize pain is not equal and all pain is not hurt equally. Just recognize pain is not equal and all pain is not hurt equally. Right? So, man, we're not even done yet. We're almost there. So now it's in the fall of 2021. From Heather's point of view, Stefan was hyper-focused and had to tell everyone the story that came in, right? And it was harder for Cass to take on all this energy, and became harder for her to relive her trauma, right? Stefan's relationship with Cass was incredibly toxic, according to Ivy Colgan. And Stefan encouraged her and enabled her to do a lot of things that were not healthy for her. So Cass was on a lot of dating and fetish apps that brought viewership to Pearadise, right? And Cass would have sex with other people. Sometimes it was filmed with Stefan, and sometimes it was with others. People were flying to meet her and to lay on them, right? And Andre Laskin said that, you know, there are men and women that love to feel the weight on them. So there's a thing called squash discussion, right? There's a quote that big girls say of, if my weight is not on your face, my weight is none of your concern, right? So Stefan would get a cut of the payments from the people for that session while they were there at Pearadise. And Cass was also creating personal content. And there's a website called Feeble, which I will show you that right now. Right here. Phoebe is a social network and community for feeders, feedies, fat admirers, and BBW and BHM. We're a quirky bunch of men and women who love words like curvy, thick, plump, bellied, fat, belly, chubby, fat, obese, supersized, so much more. 104,384 members and growing. 4,457 currently online. Right. So. That is the website there. So Cass was on this site, right? And she would do content. So basically with this here, Sabrina Ford said, people don't notice the weight gain until it's too late. And so Sabrina Ford was a member of Pearadise and is the mom of the twins, right? And Stephen would say, you know, you look so skinny, or you look so small, what have you. And at 500 pounds, the women were not still big enough for him. And Dr. Chris Donahue said the power of control of another in their body can be very dangerous as a power play. And so there's this woman named Rosie. She's a feederism expert. And so on this website, people can do role play and be in their desires. And there are different ones like feed until the last death, 1,000 pounds, getting to that. And there is a underlying desire to get them in the bed, never to get out. And there's a thing called death feederism. And it is exactly as you are hearing it. Death feederism is basically feeding someone to the point that they die. So we get to Emily, and Emily is talking about Cass. So Cass went from a bubbly girl to being in a dark space, and she was doing more eating and weighing content. And Pal, who is Cass's best friend, believes that feederism will only be for Stefan, and otherwise Cass would not be doing that. And when Stefan had Cass in his life, and when Cass came into his life, Cass was a confident big girl ready to show off to the world, and she never intentionally gained any weight at the house, right? And so, you know, Stefan's preference is 6'5", 500 and active, and he can't really find anybody active like that. I mean, I'm sure he could, but you know, in the grand scale of things, no. And then Cass says to Stefan, Stefan and the Pearadise ladies, I can't be in public, no more videos. And, you know, one of the women says Cass was replaceable. I think that was Heather who said that. And Stefan, fuck you for this, bro. Stefan said on the 27th, on Cass's 27th birthday, right? She was too old for him. Now, I'm going to show you a picture here of Cass. This is Cass. Now, I'm going to be real with you. Face card ain't declined for shit. Like, you can see, you know, why she was the main one. Understand? There's another picture. Once again, face card. All of it, not declining. I'm really trying my best here. And here is another picture here. As you can see, gorgeous, right? I'm going to, oh, sorry, y'all couldn't see it, my bad. So here's Cass right here, as you can see. Nothing is declining here, right? Not a thing. You see this picture here. Nothing declined here, right? Gorgeous. Cass is gorgeous. Listen, if I would have got a hold of her, listen, would loved her for who she was, everything in between. She wanted to lose some weight to be more healthy. Go for it, right? And I think this is why people are upset. There's nothing wrong with having a community. But in the words of Uncle Ben, with great power comes great responsibility. Like I said, Stefan, for you to say that this right here, this, or this was too old for you, bro, you were about 40 years old and she was 27. You were a fucked up piece of shit bastard for that. Now, that being said, Pal, Cass's best friend, was in New York. And Cass was calling Pal pretty much every day, panic attacks happening every day, and being depressed. And Pal said to Stefan, be more gentle, have patience, because I can see her mental health decline. Cass gets a text from Cass, rather, sends a text to Pal saying, I love you and I'm sorry. Pal somehow knew instinctively that it was a goodbye. So Pal, being the best friend that she is, called K-Bug, which was make sure I get this right. Kiana. So Pal called Kiana, also known as K-Buck, and told Steve to go upstairs. Cass was in the bed, unresponsive. Cass took some Benadryl, some Valium, tried to lead herself off of this planet. There was a bariatric unit to get her in the hospital. K-Bug called Ciprian Ford, said the mother of Stefan's twins and a former member of Pearadise, right? And everybody in the hospital was just judging Cass. K-Bug said that Cass deserves better. But here's the thing, Cass, this one that you're seeing on your screen right here, if you're on the horizontal, you're seeing her here, but if you're seeing her in the horizontal, in the vertical, you're seeing her up. After all that, the fact that Cass could not have been here anymore, Cass was in the house the next day, right? So Heather said that Cass was emotionally, everything was emotionally charged. And Cass was always in a fight or flight mode. Cass moved out and there was no more contact. So April 29th, 2022, there was a video from Cass saying, I am not affiliated with Stephen or the Pearadise House or anything of that space. Thanks. So Cass stayed with Pal. Now, at this point in time, you would think everything is good. Cass got out. She's with Pal. She has a place to fall. She's getting herself together. Right? Think that. Stefan and her did not stop talking. They were on TikTok Lives together. Pal and Cass broke off the friendship. And I feel for Pal because even in what's about to happen, Pal was still being a good friend to Cass, to me. And I think we all have friends that the people that they hang around, the choices that they make, this, that, and the third, that can damage you mentally, emotionally, in any and every fashion, right? In every shape, form, and fashion. Cipriana said Cass was never free. She never got out. So Cass is going to go back out to Las Vegas, see Steve in the Pearadise House in January 2024, and Cass was 100 pounds heavier. Kiana says she was a lot bigger and she had a hard time walking around. Cipriana said that Cass was on scooters. That wasn't the Cass she knows. Stefan said that Cass had respiratory issues. Last Texas change, was Cass asking Stefan if she could send clothes to Stefan's house. And you're probably wondering why I have left Cass's picture up here. You know, I try with every tour to always give love, grace, and space. You know, to use the words of Rocky, every tour is not going to be sunshine and rainbows. And there may be some tours where there may be some rain and lightning. But I'm going to make sure that we get home mentally together at the end of the tour. June 27th, Stefan got a text. Felt this at the end of the episode, and I hope I could try to hold it. June 27th, Cass passed away. June 27th, Cass passed away. June 27th, Cass passed away. Cipriana said, had it not been for Stephen in Pearadise, she would still be here. Stephen Willamy, at the end of it, it's a title card. Stephen Willamy says that he has no financial interest in Pearadise or the activities of the women who stay there. And Phoebe, the website that you guys can hear, had no comment. And there's a link that if you need help, go to wbd.com/where-to-turn. That's episode 2. I know that a lot of times on this channel, we talk about a little bit of everything. We can go from Ray J and his antics to somebody doing good in the neighborhood. We can go from a trial to talking about business moves. And I came into YouTube through the World Reality TV. And of course, y'all know I did the Wendy Williams movie. I did the docu-series that happened, Where's Wendy Williams? But I never felt this heavy of factual information. And there's a series called Welcome to Chippendales on Hulu that you guys really should watch. It's a fantastic series. But the energy that the ladies get to feel from those men, oh my God. The hell, the scorching, and the mental burns that happen behind the scenes of Chippendales, my God. If you only knew, maybe you would not be seeing those men in the same light. And I don't know what's in part 3. We'll try to do part 3 tomorrow. After Hard Hustle Houston, of course, because we've been doing those reviews on Sundays together. And I don't know what's going to happen after this series. I really don't. And I'm trying to rack my brain about what I believe should be done. I'll come back to you on Sunday and give you my thoughts on what I think should be done. Episode 2 to me is probably the heaviest one yet, but 1 plus 2 equals 3. You cannot tell a story with a beginning and a middle without having an ending. So we're going to take a little bit of a commercial break. We'll be back with more to wrap things up right here on Bring These Virtual Tour Live. For after this, we are live on tour. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll be back after this. Gas, one love, much love, and all love to you. We'll be back right after this.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Brave only got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Brainley's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then. Where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Brainley's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum. Echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear. The pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Braylon got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced, and more. This show, this brand, and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth. We're free, trust and believe. It's entertainment, news done our way with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. Just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi, marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Miral's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
I got a question for you. What does this city know about luxury? Huh? What does a town that's been to hell and back know about the finer things in life? Well, I'll tell you, more than most. You see, it's the hottest fires that make the hardest steel. Add hard work and conviction, and the know-how that runs generations deep in every last one of us. That's who we are. That's our story. Now, it's probably not the one you've been reading in papers, the one being written by folks who've never even been here and don't know what we're capable of. Because when it comes to luxury, it's as much about where it's from as who it's for. Now, we're from America, but this isn't New York City, or the Windy City, or Sin City, and we're certainly no one's Emerald City.
This is the Motor City, and this is what we do.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Love you right back so much. I had to tell you thrice. Welcome back into Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. We are live on tour. I'm going to turn my camera now because we've done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. Woo! What a emotional episode 2 after show of Big Girls Wanted Escaping Pearadise. Like I said, I really hope that you all are gaining the wherewithal, the understanding, and the depth of how far this goes. I really feel for these women. Some of the women decide to stay there. That's their right. But I do think wrong was done here. I absolutely do. And Stephen, you know, he's got an energy to him that I just can't trust. Although I do think what Savvy did was saying, okay, I feel better now. And then it's, you know, different energy later. That's odd behavior to me. And then, like I said, with Kimmy and with Cass and what happened with Cass at the end, I think that Kimmy was way too hard on Cass. So yeah, a lot going on. And Steven with the kitty cat thing, that was just beyond the pale disgusting. So I just can't. So yeah, let me do this here. I know that I said I may come back tonight to do, you know, like the Roku Live. I may hold off on that, like until Tuesday, just because I already did like a bonus show today, and then this show was actually scheduled, right? So, but yeah, so because if I do that now, then I'll have to be up at 10 and just at work tomorrow. So we'll you guys will get it right. I had the energy earlier, and then just, you know, and plus now that, you know, this is heavy, so just man. But anyway, like I said, part 3 of this will be tomorrow night, probably at 8:30. So once we do Horror Hustle Houston, we'll do that review. Although guys seem to like it when I was live at 8:30 because even Ro was here and stuff like that. So we'll see. But you guys will get a Heart and Hustle Houston review. And then you know what, we'll catch you guys up on some of the happenings of that, because I have been seeing some videos and we're going to talk about, because there is an energy with Heart Hustle Houston that I'm not liking, and we'll get into that Sunday. And like I said, part 3 of this, the finale of it, of the finale of Big Girls Wanted Escaping Pearadise, season 1, episode 3 after show. Will be happening tomorrow night as well. So check your notifications on YouTube for when we go live with this. So yeah. All right. Daily motivator time, and then we will head on out of here. Oh my God. Courage is the ladder on which all other virtues mount. Claire Booth Lewis. Very well said. It's time for the day motivator for Saturday, June 13th, 2026. Get the work done. When you're enthusiastic about it, do the work. When you're not particularly excited about it, do the work. It's great to feel good about wherever you're going. Even more important, though, is consistency. There are sure to be times where you're just not that into it, rather, when you're tempted to settle for a lame excuse. Those are precisely the times when it pays big dividends to push on through and get the work done. Even though it may not feel so great at the moment, you'll be exceedingly thankful afterward. You know you have what it takes to persevere. It's valuable to experience yourself doing so, even when you're not looking forward to it. Make the effort. Before long, you're able to take satisfaction in having it done. Fill your time creating value, not generating regret, whether you're thrilled about or not. Get the work done. Ralph Morrison. Y'all know I've been talking about this NBC Universal launch on Scripture Accelerator, right? And like I said, you have right now and tomorrow to get it done. Let me see here. I know scribe.com. Details. Trying to see something here. Yes, so they will not be accepted after 11:59 p.m. Pacific time through 2:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on June 14th. I think I have pitched over 10 shows to NBC. And this last one I did, this very, very, very last one, I keep saying that, and then it's like, okay. It's another one, in the words of DJ Khaled. But this one that I did, it combined something that we have all seen and elevating content creators. And I can't tell y'all what it is, but if it gets picked up, believe me, it's going to open doors. And I think a lot of times in life, this relates to what we just talked about. A lot of times in life when we're trying to do something good, the first thing we think of is we think of the daunting nature of it, not the excitement. So the first thing I want you to know is whatever is daunting to you, breathe through that. There has to be something big in order for you to feel like it's a challenge. That's the first thing I would say to you. The second thing I would say to you is this. Though it may not feel so great in the moment, you'll be exceedingly thankful afterwards. You'll know you'll have what it takes to persevere, and it's valuable to experience yourself doing so. For the women that have spoken out about Pearadise, I salute these women. Like I said, I salute Investigation Discovery for an Investigation Discovery. There's the running joke of if a woman watches Investigation Discovery, it can tell you this, that, the third, run away from her. There's a bit of truth in every joke. I'm also proud that Investigation Discovery and Warner Bros. Discovery put out this story about a culture that doesn't get recognized all the time. And the fact that it was a plus size producer that got to explore this world, and they allowed the story to breathe. It doesn't feel rushed. Shout out to them. And I know that for the women, it was very mentally draining to do this. But in the words of Shrek, it's better out than in. So the second thing I will say to you is recognize that there is a finish line. And when you get to that finish line, I promise you the the journey is going to be worth the weight of the blessing. Amen. And then finally, fill time creating value, not generating regret. I'm going to add something to that. Fill your time being purposeful, not attention seeking. Fill your time being purposeful, not attention seeking. Fill your time being purposeful, not attention seeking. I gotta give a shout out to giving you the real tea, because he said something very powerful today. He said it's always the ones that everybody doubts, everybody maligns, everybody throws away, that they usually come up bigger, better, stronger, and you're gonna be needing an opportunity from them. Giving you the real tea. You ain't never lied, brother. And I pray that everything's going well with your dialysis and that you are healed in Jesus' name. Yes, yes, yes. Amen, amen. And with that being said, everybody, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special, because you are always one of the best in the trust. You may not be where you want to be, but by enemy, you will be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why is one thing to call yourself? It's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I has spent time with you. You has spent time with me. Hopefully, by spending time together, we're great together. And always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or just recognizing that trying to fit in to a space that has rules. Why? And why? Make sure the replay is not just for you to watch it. That's great. Let's do it. But if you want the spirit to again, I love you. I value. I appreciate you. Always remember, I see love you got to give. I see love you got to give. I see love you got to give. Where obstacles you will come, where success you have achieved upon this particular day. I'm extremely proud of you, but no one else is proud of you. Be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, let's do what we can as a people to make sure that we don't have any more good casters passing away. If you see somebody eating too much, let them know, hey, listen, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just concerned. And sometimes when we show concern, it can come across as judgment. Remember, everything is in the eye of the beholder. But I can promise you this, you can do a lot more saving a life by being concerned than closing your mouth and worrying about concern. You can do a lot more about the concern by opening up your mouth and being concerned about the concern than closing your mouth and being worried about the concern. You can do a lot more by opening up your mouth, being concerned about concern, rather than closing your mouth, being worried about the concern. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's to come, and for the blessings all the way for you, me, all of us, as the society, as the people, as culture. I feel the love as to send it right back to you. Have a wonderful, wonderful night, everybody. I will see you tomorrow for Heart and Hustle Houston and the grand finale of Big Girls Wanted, Escaping Paradise, Season 1, Episode 3, tomorrow night as well. Love you all. Peace. And please, y'all, Pearadise is still around. Don't send any hate to Stefan. Don't send any hate to the women. The story is out here. Let the story breathe. And whatever it's going to be, recognize that everybody is a human being in this story. Amen? Amen. All right. Love you all. Good night. Peace. And rest in peace to Cass. Much love, Cass. Bye. Hal, you're a good friend. Don't you ever forget that shit. To all the women that have spoken out, one love, much love, all love to you all. Okay, for real, I got it now. All right.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken-ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.